Hey, hey.
Yeah, I was pulling off Corey Kinshin until I saw him back. So yeah, welcome back Corey, by the way. Your throne is waiting for you. Anyways, I need to get something off my chest too. I know it's been like, what, just a few days, a week? Come on, man. You can wait for a few weeks, right?
Oh, no. 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 No, 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 no.
For the past couple of days, actually week now, 2 weeks actually, health has been a big major issue, and I just not been feeling well in terms of making videos, just like Corey said. I didn't have a reason to come back. I've been trying. I recorded a couple of audios and scripts and stuff like that, but I couldn't get them to edit or upload because there was no purpose, no meaning behind them. And now, from health perspective, I am feeling good. I've been just trying to find a purpose, something that could make me feel like, you know what, Smack, you have to come back. I believe and I know, I am aware that I have a responsibility, even if I have only 26,000 subscribers, which is a big deal for me, by the way. I'm not discrediting that. That is a big responsibility over my shoulders, and I take that very seriously. And I've been watching my own videos, and I've been reading a lot of comments, and you guys asking for more theories, and I was like, you know what, in these tough times, the least I can do is make videos that could make people forget those stuff. Anyways, with the deep stuff out of the way, we had a new cave teaser while I was gone, and not only that, we also had a live stream episode 3 from Vincent Living's. Now, I haven't watched a single thing from Vincent Living's live stream, so you don't need to worry about that. I will be watching the entire stream, and I will make sure I calculate each and everything, and I'm going to make a video separately on each topic that he confirmed, if there is anything that he is confirmed in that live stream. This is April, by the way. We already had a Bendy Royale April Fool's joke. We don't want that for Dark Deception. Everything seems fishy this month. Anyways, Home Sweet Home. This is a new cave teaser. This is it. This is Cave We 2.0. Cave Part 2. The other side of the tunnel. The one that has, they said, no light. Because you remember in the first teaser they said there's no light at the end of this tunnel. But this one, there is actually a light. Interestingly, there's more than just light here. Meaning this place is alive. Like I said in the previous cave explanation teaser video, that this place seems more than alive, that there are more, I'm not gonna say people, but entities down here. I mean, how can you say Trigger Teddy or Mama Bear are a people? They're not even categorized. People can't even identify them as normal or even a creature. They're unexplainable, unspeakable, if that makes any sense. Something is happening down there, and it's been happening for a while. By the way, I saw Mike from Super Horror Bro make a video, actually made a playthrough on Try to Fall Asleep. I really want to make videos on that, so if you're still watching this, what do you think about that game? I may do some other story explanation videos such as Inside, more FNAF explanation videos, and other indie horror games that I don't have to play on the channel, but I can make explanation videos on that. Anyways, can I just mention how tight these corners are going to be when we're playing this cave teaser? If there are shards in here, which I don't think there will be shards in here, I'm gonna come to that in just a second, but if there are shards in here and Trigger Teddies are following us, we are done. How are you supposed to avoid them little teddies in tight corners such as this? I thought, and I said this in the previous videos, that this cave right here would connect the first zone to the second, or maybe second to the third, maybe daycare center to graveyard, because at this point everything is open now. Daycare center, graveyard, mountains, dollhouse, just like I mentioned for Until Dawn and Outlast 2 mines. This looks more like an environment art rather than a level image itself from the actual in-game. I mean, I know I can see the question mark down there. That means it is from Unreal Engine 4. I work in Unreal Engine 4, so I know the stuff when I see one. But what are the chances that this isn't what we think it is? This isn't where the level happens, and this is just a pathway, a transition, or anything but where the soul shards would end up being. Now, allow me to explain myself here. There are no shards here. I mean, we could edit that out. You could put some shards in there and it would feel like, yep, this is definitely going to work. We can see shards in there. It's gonna be terrifying. People are gonna be roaming around, running around, doing their thingy. But come to think of it, what if this isn't? What are the chances this is, like I said before, a transition from one path to another? Now, if you think about it, daycare center or any house, like in any architecture, anything literally, moving from that to the basement lower section and going through there to a tunnel just to end up being for the second or third zone, that is not a bad theory if you think this through, because everyone including myself, believes that there is a chance that Graveyard would make a lot of sense for this level. And I have seen many solid theories that actually point towards Graveyard being a part of this. Now Zone 3, Zone 2 doesn't matter because we know there are 3 zones for each Chapter 4 level, which make this third level of Dark Deception Chapter 4 even more tougher to decode or to theorize about or to talk about, because we have nothing to talk about when it comes to Mama Bear and Sugar Teddy other than the fact that there is a bear and there are little teddies. That is potentially it. What else do you want me to say about this level? There's these 2 caves. One looks like the entrance, the other looks like a pathway transition. Come to think of it, and speaking of pathways, it seems that there are 2 paths in this teether, like 2 ways, left and right. You can see clearly. I mean, I know this would end up in one place, but I feel like both would be necessary in determining where we are going up ahead with this. And it's time for a Mythbuster, but people were saying that this is a skeleton, a horse. I mean, no, if you zoom in, that's just rocks. And I ain't talking about rock from Doodly. So can you imagine no powers, running away from Teddy's and Mama Bear herself? Boys, I believe Graveyard is more than enough for this level, but we know there are 3 levels. All I can think of is that our powers, if they were gone, will be back and we will be doing our thing. And I don't think we'll be spending more time in this cave. I believe that once Malak appears in the ballroom, he will take our powers away from us. After JoJo Gang level, of course, we played Nurse's level, we got our power, new power in Nurse's level, we got new power for JoJo Gang level, we completed that, we annihilated that, and now we're moving for the 3rd level, which is Mama Bear and Sugar Teddy. Malak came in, he took our powers away from us. Now that we don't have any powers anymore, we completed the first zone of Chapter 4's 3rd level without any powers. And moreover that, when we're transitioning from 1st zone to 2nd or 2nd zone to 3rd, cave is where we will find our powers back. I know this is a weak theory, but it is still a possibility nonetheless. So feel free to prove me wrong, both Glowstick Entertainment and you guys down in those comments. And one more thing, this alone could be the lead up to the boss fight. Yep, you don't have to put this for 1st zone or 2nd zone. You could put this right after the 3rd zone. Teddy's will be there for the boss fight alongside the big bear, and I believe there is another giant bear that we will be fighting. And yes, the father of the family, since we all both got the mother and Mama Bear and the kids in teddy bears, there's only one person left to complete the family, and you already know what that is. So there are subtle hints that are pointing towards the obvious, the boss fight being the father of the family. Not to mention, this whole family of bears actually are a hit towards the neighbor. Ignorant neighbors, or the neighbors who seemed to care but didn't do anything, or the ones who did do something but end up being on the hit list of our Doug Hauser. Remember, he still had power and money, so he could do whatever he wants, including hiring a hitman. But this is more than accusations and theories and stories. There's more to this than we actually realize. This teaser will open 2 paths, and it is the 2nd part of the 1st teaser that we saw in the back in the day. And these 2 actually matches. One is where we enter the cave. The 2nd is where we take the paths to the exit. It could be zone 1, 2, 3, but like I said, this teaser is more than just a pathway, a transition. It's gonna be important for the story, for the teddies. Maybe this is where Mama Bear starts chasing us. Here's a good one, and this is where we're gonna end this video. This isn't after the 1st zone, or the 2nd zone, or the 3rd zone. This isn't before the boss fight, but guess what? Here's a good one, here's a good one, and I know I'm not high. This is after the boss fight, because now Mama Bear, Triku Teddies, and the big giant bear that we just fought in boss fight all starts to chase us through this cave, and this is our only path to the exit, of course, and we have to run so fast, which is why we don't see any soul shards in here, because there will be no shards in this cave, because this will be an escape zone. Just like the self-destruct sequence from JoJo Gang, this will be an escape sequence for the final level, and the 2 paths right there would then be one to get the secret. If we don't go in there, we could just go to the exit, but the first left one or the right one will lead us to the secret to complete the S rank stuff. And of course, when we get to the secret, there will be a tough chance to get back to the exit, or there is a way after getting that secret that we could make our way to get the S rank. Either way, we will see what Vincent Living said in his live stream. Could make some videos on that. I also recorded JoJo Gang level video before this, so I do have some content that we could upload on on the channel. Now less than 4k subs remaining. We are near to 30k. The thing I didn't do at 25k, we will do at 30k. Let's do this. Now if you'll excuse me, I got WrestleMania 36 to watch.